So I didn't even plan to do a digital detox. One day I just deleted like all social media apps off my phone for a week because I felt a little bit overwhelmed. At first, I thought it was a quick break, but not long after that, I realized how much I actually like how much time I actually wasted like scrolling and such. That one little decision snowballed into bigger decisions. And so in this video, I'm going to walk you through why I did it, what I actually cut out because it was more than just social media, and how it changed my business and my mindset. And literally all of this happened within like 3 weeks. Okay, so if we rewind back during that time, which was honestly just about a month ago, I was listening to this audiobook. It was called it was a 4 hour work week. I'd seen this book everywhere and I was just curious. So I was like, okay, I'm going to listen to it. I honestly didn't even finish reading the book or listening to the book rather. It was just that one, I guess that one section. He was just like talking about, I think distractions. That's what he was talking about. And he was just like, just delete everything off of your phone for a week and then see how you do things. Or it was something like that. And I was like, you know what? I haven't had a social media break in a really long time. Usually I do it around my birthday. So what I'll do is I'll just take my whole birthday week off and disconnect, recharge. I wasn't able to do that for my birthday this year because I was still working because I was like, whatever. I feel fine. In hindsight, maybe I should have did that, but it happened about a month later in July when I did the reset. So I deleted it and then I was going to come back after that week and I was like, you know what? I think I need more than a week. I think I need a month. So that's what I did. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to continue this for a month, right? But it kind of snowballed from there. So the first thing I did, all the social media apps was already off my phone. So whatever ones was on there, they were gone. I was still checking them, but maybe like once or twice a day, maybe once a day from my computer though, because I still had like incoming messages and such. But the difference was I would literally go on my computer, check for like a few minutes, and then hop back off to go do something else. Now, usually if it's on your phone, I pick up the phone, might be scrolling for like 30 minutes to an hour. On the computer, it's a bit different. Maybe because I'm not like used to viewing it on the computer and it's always on my phone, but yeah, I literally would only check it like once or twice a day. And on the business side, I only really focused on serving my clients. I did a few outreach messages, but it was to like, past clients or like just people who had already been talking to. And things kept running. Like it wasn't a big difference with everything not being on my phone. And I think that was the thing that like surprised me the most. I also got rid of a few other things. So I did a digital detox from my computer. And I actually usually do this, but again, haven't had the chance to do it. So I deleted like any files, videos, photos. Since I'm a video editor and I'm a creative, so as you can guess, I have a lot of files on my computer. So just deleting all of the videos, photos, files that I didn't need anymore, putting them in the trash, backing them up if I did need them. For my phone, I deleted photos, videos, messages, again, that I didn't need. So I was deleting that. I also got rid of a bunch of subscriptions. So whether, that was like subscriptions that I thought I needed, but I actually hadn't used in a few months, any like contractors that I knew I could do it myself and I didn't necessarily need them anymore. I also let them go. And I literally took those expenses, those specific expenses down. They started at like 2,500, but I got them down to about 1,300. That's how much stuff I cut out. And I realized, I do this kind of like, I don't know how you guys sort of like clean up, but literally if I'm cleaning things out, cleaning things up in my own life, literally if I start cleaning one thing, I'm going to start cleaning the other things as well. So that's what happened sort of like with this digital detox. Yeah, I also had like newer ideas come to me. Like I was able to make decisions faster. I was able to make them more easier because, all of these distractions wasn't clouding my judgment, as to say. So, biggest lessons that I've learned so far in this digital detox. Biggest surprise, being offline, it didn't hurt my business. It actually helped me focus more. And even though I didn't even post YouTube videos for about a month, and my previous videos were still getting views. So that was great. My other systems that I had set up that wasn't YouTube and had to do with client acquisitions and leads and stuff like that, that was still working in the background. So, and as a matter of fact, I was able to focus more deeply on those systems because I had taken a bit of time from YouTube. And also, I wasn't scrolling on my phone for half the day. Another thing that happened, my screen time from my phone went down. And I also realized I was basically running on autopilot. Like, basically from the beginning of this year to probably the half. I've been doing a lot of learning and a lot of implementing. So literally learning something, then implementing it, learning something, then implementing it. I've been doing that all year, probably like one to two things a month, just learning, implementing it. And the time between learning and implementing was like really fast. So, that time off, that digital detox, it really did help me. So, what is next? Am I going to download the apps back on my phone? Honestly, I don't know. Maybe at a later date, maybe next year, but definitely not right now. I think his name is Tim Ferriss, what he was talking about in the book. He was like, you don't need to have everything on your phone, and you only literally probably need to check it maybe like once or twice a day. And that's what I've been doing it, and it's been working so good for me. So I'll probably continue doing that. Now, what is a list of things that you can possibly do a digital detox of? One is social media. So just take it off your phone and check one and two times a day. Two is subscriptions. So review all your subscriptions and remove anything that you don't need, anything that you don't use anymore. Audit your contractors or, other things or other people that you work with. Ask yourself, do I actually have time to do this? Do I need to outsource this right now? Another thing you could do is declutter your devices. So I have this friend and she's always saying that she's always running out of space on her computer. Me, I never run out of space on my computer, and it's because I have a system to where I'm constantly like deleting files, deleting videos, deleting photos, deleting documents that I don't need anymore, or either I'm backing them up online if I do need them. So that's another thing that you can declutter. Another thing you could do is you can replace the time that you would be on those apps and scrolling, and you can replace them with something that's actually a bit more healthier for you. So whether that be walking or reading. I know when I did my break, that's one of the things that I wanted to do. I definitely wanted to get back in the habit of walking and taking care of my physical health, because sometimes when you're running a business, that's definitely one of the things that can go out the window is, you're just worried about, the next task that you have to do. And I know me, when I'm like in really deep focus modes, it's really hard to do those other things. They're not hard, but it's just like I'm not focused on them at the time. So, you can add those other things that you need back into your routine. So like walking, exercise, healthy eating habits, so maybe cooking more. And another thing is reflections, resets, creative ideas, any of those things that may come up. So journaling. And I know for me, what I was able to do was I actually had an idea for a whole nother project that I actually was thinking about a little bit before I did a detox, but again, I wasn't worried about it because I was just so overwhelmed. So during that time, I got the chance to plan my next trip, and I got to fully flesh out that idea that I had and just put it away for when I was ready to come back to it. So that was my digital detox journey so far. What started with me just deleting a few social media apps off my phone turned into like a whole digital reset. If you're thinking about doing this, you don't have to fully, like, you don't have to do everything on the list that I just said. You could just start with one thing, start small. If you ever tried a digital detox or you're considering one, let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next week with my new videos.